Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a great one. It is also a beautiful, miraculous day. It is the 1111 portal. And for those who don't understand what that means, the first one is it is January, the first month of the year, followed by it being January 11th, 111, followed by the fourth one is 2026 being a new year cycle. So the year 2026, 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10, but single digit, it's 1. And so 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5 is the 9-year coming into the 1 year. So 2025 ended in an entire 9-year cycle, and then we start 2026 at 1, if that makes sense for you. But it is 1111, a portal of new beginnings, revelations, beautiful, miraculous, profound experiences, teachings, all of these amazing things. So it is a great and beautiful day. And I've been experiencing that myself. If you've seen the title, I had my first intuitive psychic experience today, tapping into my intuitive psychic ability, and I just wanted to share it with you all. So I'll start with the kind of like the whole story, and then we'll get into all of what happened today, the 1111 portal. So I usually take walks every day. I take walks, and I don't have a car at the moment because it's in Texas and I'm in Arizona at my parents' house. So I take walks every day, and a few days ago I was met with my neighbor, someone I haven't seen in like easily 7 or 8 years now. I don't keep in contact with her. And so I was met with her while I was going on a walk, and immediately when I saw her, the word cancer came into my mind. And that is a great detail for later. But the word cancer appeared in my mind. Usually I have intuitive thoughts or ideas come to me through either them being heard or seen in my mind. So I saw the word cancer. I didn't really know what that meant, but I didn't want to ask anything in the moment. She seemed pretty busy, and so I just said like hi, and she said hi, and then she said, say hi to the family, say hi to your mom. And I was like, will do. And that was the extent of our conversation. And right after that experience, I was on the phone with my boyfriend as I was taking a walk, and I had just kind of said, I wonder if she has cancer, or I wonder why I saw the word cancer. And I don't think my boyfriend was paying attention when he heard me say that, because he didn't ask anything about it. I think I had just after that told him to continue whatever he was talking about or whatever conversation we were having. So fast forward a few days to today, the amazing 1111 portal. Today I woke up and I knew I had a Zoom call I wanted to attend with Will, who channels the Pleiadian extraterrestrial species. So I had signed up for that. I was like, I want to do that for my morning, to start the day off that way, and then do whatever else I feel called to do in my day. Before that happened, my mom had asked me if I wanted to go to a coffee shop, and originally I said no because I had those plans. And then my dad asked me as well, and I was like, well, I don't think it's going to interfere with what I want to do. worst case scenario is I'm on the Zoom call while I'm there, and as long as I have service, I should be fine. So I'm like, you know what, I'll do both. I'll go with my parents to this coffee shop, and then I'll also be on the Zoom call. And so I get ready. We head to the coffee shop bakery, and as we're on our way there, and this also could have been right before we left, but either way, I didn't know. I think it was on our way, she had said something like, my mom had said, it's the neighbor's bakery. And I was like, the neighbor's bakery? And she was like, yeah, it's so-and-so's bakery. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know she had a bakery. I didn't even have that thought in my mind at all. And I was like, maybe that's why I wanted to come. So I wasn't aware it was her bakery at all, but I had just kind of made the decision to come anyway. And so that kind of created more excitement in me of, oh, like we'll probably get to see her and talk to her and, you know, just support her business. And so we get there, we order, we eventually see her, and I'm like talking to her, my parents are talking to her too, and I keep getting like a download from source or a message that's like you need to talk to her. You need to talk to her. Find some way to talk to her. And in the car ride, I had asked my parents if they knew whether or not she had cancer, and they just kind of disregarded that question. And like that it essentially like wasn't my place to, you know, have that personal information or whatever. But while I was there, I just like, my mind was so focused. I couldn't even be focused on the Zoom call because my mind was so focused on like, you need to talk to her. You need to tell her what you saw. And so I'm like, kind of like building up the courage to talk to her. And so I eventually like go to the restroom and I see her, and then I come back out and I'm like, you know, whenever you get a chance, can I talk to you like more privately? And she was like, yeah. So I think she like dropped something off to a customer, and then we like went into her office, and I was like, I just said something like, I kind of get like intuitive thoughts or ideas, and you don't have to share this information with me at all unless you feel compelled to. But I was like, are you sick, or do you have cancer? When I saw you on a walk, I just saw the word cancer when I saw you. And some part of me has been asking me to ask you this question. And she was like, no, I don't have cancer, but everyone in my family does. And she was like, you know, my mom has cancer, my sister has cancer. I think she said either her brother or her dad also has cancer, all different types of cancer, but that they all have cancer. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, my mom is actually getting surgery this Thursday for her cancer, which could have been either cancer removal or treatment. I didn't go into like the specifics about it, but she just said that her mom was going into surgery this coming Thursday in a few days. And I was like, that's what it was. And I was just like, yeah, I saw that word when I looked at you, and I didn't know if there was any truth in relation to you or someone you know, but it so happened to be her entire family. And she had just kind of said, you know, like, yeah, I don't believe in coincidences. And I was like, I don't either. Like, I didn't even want to come because I originally had planned to be on a Zoom call, and then upon even getting here, I didn't even know it would be your bakery, and like everything just kind of fell perfectly. It was just divine alignment, divine orchestration. And so that was such a beautiful moment for me to both realize my psychic intuitive capability, and I, in that conversation, I just told her, like, I send prayers to your family and love and all of those things, and I felt so compelled to speak to you. And it was just such a crazy moment because I have never experienced something like that. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Obviously, the situation itself is not preferred in any instance, and I wish the best for her family. I wish the best for anyone in this world who is undergoing cancer or sickness or disease, any of those things. But it was such a beautiful moment to also realize the intuitive power I've been able to tap into. And it just amazes me. It amazes me, and I truly believe everyone has this capability, but it begins with believing in it yourself. I was doing a Zoom call with Peter Crone, who offered to mastermind preview Zoom calls, and he had kind of said something like most psychics or mediums or any of that kind of work, those people are able to tap into your energetic field and see something about you that most people don't see because they're not tapped in that sense. And he had kind of said, like, your mind is outside of you. Your mind is up to, like, I think he said like 10 meters or something like that outside of you, because you're an energy field. And your brain is here, but your mind is here, contributing to your consciousness, your perception, your perspective of the world, essentially. And so I had those two meetings, and then I had this situation happen, and I was just like blown away at the fact that I was able to tap into her energetic field and be revealed something about her that is someone I've never spoken to on a personal level. I've never even, like, she's not been in my life for up to at least 7 or 8 years. And I had no idea of any sickness or cancer in either herself or her family. And she even mentioned, like, she's supposed to be going to get cancer testing done. I don't know if that was like this week or in the next few weeks, something like that. But she was, when I was talking to her and having a conversation, she was like, yeah, my mom is supposed to have surgery this Thursday, and I'm even getting tested to see if I have any cancer inside of me. And it was just the most amazing experience. Like, I share this story with you because I was someone who never believed in myself. I was someone who never saw my light. And the first time I think I ever realized my light was with my boyfriend. I remember him telling me, like, you are such a light. And I couldn't see it. I have probably had tens of other experiences where people tell me I'm talented or amazing or beautiful or powerful or any of these things, but you often don't realize anything until you realize it. And I remember when I first started talking to him and getting into a relationship with him, like, he was like, I just see such a light from you. And at the time, it obviously wasn't something I believed in myself, so I couldn't believe him. But I say all of this because I never believed in myself. I never believed in my intuitive capability. I never believed in anything until I made the decision to. Until I made the decision to truly believe in my power. And I believe all humans are their greatest power. I don't believe in a power outside of you. I believe in spirit guides and I believe in your higher self, but none of which have any greater power than you do. And so, like, one thing I don't find I've ever resonated with religion is that God has more power than us or is greater than us, because anyone who believes that God is greater than them diminishes their own power. And I don't want to live in that disempowerment. I believe that the universe, God, source, anything you want to call it, is within. You are your greatest power if you allow yourself to be. And this entire experience was just a reflection of that. It truly was a reflection of, you tap into your power and I will show you just how powerful you are. And so, you know, especially it being the 1111 portal, I was just amazed. Like, I was beyond amazed. Like, this is insane. This is crazy. And so, anything I say, I don't say it lightheartedly. I truly, truly believe every single human being has the capability of doing anything, has the capability of tapping into their power. And anyone who told you anything different is someone who is disempowered themselves. So if you've made it this far, I usually like to share questions at the end of every video, but how can you tap into your power? How can you tap into your greater unlimited self? Peter Crone has the quote, "We are often the best version of our limited selves." And to that quote, I just want to ask you, what is the best version of your unlimited self? What does that look like? What does it look like when your fears don't control you, when your limitations don't control you, when your lack doesn't control you, when your disempowerment doesn't control you? You are capable of miraculous, immensely beautiful, insane experiences. And your life can be a reflection of that. It is a reflection of that. Your consciousness alone is your physical reality being reflected back to you. So I truly had like a loss for words in this experience, and I want to remind anyone who this video finds that you have that power too. You can tap into your intuitive, powerful, without boundary, knowledgeable self. But you need to make the decision to. So with that, I would love to leave on this note that you are your greatest power. You are your greatest source of happiness, love, light, abundance, peace, joy, everything, if you allow yourself to be. Truly, if you allow yourself to be. So with that, I thank you all for watching, and go out and be a powerful, unstoppable, loving, compassionate, kind being. We're all destined to be that. So with that, thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video.